वफाकी हुकूमत ने गुज़श्ता दिनों पश्तून तहफ़्फ़ुज़ मूवमेंट को कलअदम करने का नोटिफिकेशन जारी किया, जो इंसदाद दहशतगर्दी एक्ट की दफ़ा 11 के तहत जारी किया गया। इस कानून के तहत जारी किए गए नोटिफिकेशन के बाद तंजीम को किसी किस्म की सरगर्मी, सियासी इज्तिमा, जलसे और जुलूस की इजाज़त नहीं दी जा सकती।
Pakistan's Pashtuns are holding a jirga in the Khyber district to discuss the problems facing the community, specifically state repression. The Pashtuns feel marginalized and ostracized in Pakistan. They feel they are the targets of crackdowns and forced disappearances and outright violence. That is why they're holding the jirga, to demand justice. How has Islamabad chosen to respond to these allegations? With more violence and bloodshed. Take a look.
We were protesting peacefully. They opened fire towards us. They fired tear gas. They killed and wounded our colleagues. We were ready for talks, but they attacked us. God willing, we will continue our protest, and we'll do our rally as per plan, even if they cut off our heads.
हमें बहुत ही खतरात थे। जनूबी ये जो बलूचिस्तान के पश्तून एरियाज थे, वहाँ पर सिविलियंस पर और लेवीज पर धमाके होते हैं। हमारे पाटा में हो रहे हैं इस तरह के काम लेवीज के खिलाफ। तो ये हमें ऐसा लग रहा है जैसा कि दोबारा कोई नई जंग बनाई जा रही हो। तो ये जो इलामात है कि वो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके पीटीएम को भी कमजोर करना चाहते हैं।
The Pashtun Tahafuz Movement (PTM) emerged in 2018, led by Manzoor Pashteen, a social activist from Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa region. He and his followers advocate for Pashtun rights, focusing on issues like extrajudicial killings, disappearances, and land rights, particularly in regions affected by counter-terrorism operations. PTM's leaders have been vocal critics of Pakistan's military and intelligence agencies, often accusing them of human rights abuses in Pashtun-majority areas. This activism challenges the military's narrative around security operations and counter-terrorism, especially in the former tribal areas like Khyber, where the military has long been the dominant force. The Pakistani government has consistently cracked down on PTM activities, banning the gatherings, and labeling PTM's rhetoric as a potential threat to national security. The military's influence over internal security policy gives it substantial power in directing actions against groups seen as challenging its authority. The government and military claim these restrictions are necessary to prevent unrest and maintain order, but critics argue that it's a suppression of political dissent rather than a legitimate security measure. Coming to October 8, 2024, the government of Pakistan banned the PTM on the basis of false allegations such as national security concerns and accusations of anti-state activities. And in the day later, on the 9th of October, Pakistan's security used force against PTM members, who were either en route to, or already present at a gathering or protest, likely aimed at highlighting the issues of Pashtun. And these crackdown resulted in 3 deaths and several attendees were injured while confronted with tear gas, physical force, and arrests. The government's justification for these actions often frames PTM's activities as potential threats to national security, given that the movement is critical of military operations in tribal and Pashtun-majority areas. However, human rights advocates argue that these crackdowns represent efforts by the state to stifle dissent and exploit the resources of Pashtun land in KPK. PTM's message is clear: its main objective is to focus on the Pashtuns' rights and their necessities. And also criticized the unethical crackdown in the name of counter-terrorism by Pakistan authorities. Will the Muslim Ummah and the world wake up to the reality of the suffering and mourning of Pashtun people? Time will tell.